I got invited to a stag night, or stag-do at the weekend, which I know for someone of my very young years means that I'm still in the game, which is obviously fantastic. But no, the thing is, I'm not really very staggy. I don't know if that's a word or a thing, but I'm not a kind of person that sort of is really into stag nights. In fact, when I got married, which did happen to me once, many years ago, this is absolutely true, I did leave my own stag night midway through. That's true, that is another story. But I remember though, before going on the stag night, my best man said to me, Tim, you need to have a stag night, and what do you want to do? Because the thing is, people always have an activity, don't they? And I said, and he said, well, what are you into? And I said, well, running in the mountains, trail running is my thing, so let's do that. And he looked at me and said, well, you're going to be on your own then. And I said, well, that's perfect. And I remember, I'll never forget it, but he said to me, he said, are you sure you should be getting married? And it turns out that was quite an insightful question. Yes, so I did have a stag night. I did leave midway through, but I'll tell you about that another time. But it did make me think that I was invited to this stag night just recently, and I did think to myself that, but I do remember stag nights did just used to be stag nights, but they've now kind of morphed into these terribly complex things. They're stag do's and hen do's, but they used to be very simple. They used to be really just the 3 P's. It was a pie, a pint, and a punch-up if you're on a stag night, and if you're on a hen night, I think it's the same thing, you just had less pies, I think. But they've become really complicated and overly drawn out. And I blame Ryanair and EasyJet, really. I think they are responsible, because it's like now, why get pissed in Portsmouth when you can go to Budapest, throw up in a Hungarian toilet and do it for 10 times the cost? It just seems very strange. And I often wonder about these stag parties, wandering aimlessly around these foreign cities, not having a clue where they are because they're so drunk, and they might as well be in Margate, really, as Marbella, to be honest with you. But no, I did, just very quickly, I did go on this stag do at the weekend, but it was a second time around affair, so it was much more civilised. We started at Fika with, I think I had a double espresso, followed that up with a sort of a macchiato. And then it was absolutely true, and then we moved on to Bonjour, and I obviously upped my game there, had a skinny chai latte and a fudge brownie. Absolutely true. And then I couldn't really keep up with the pace by the afternoon. We ended up, I think, in Hanushka, and I had to go for a recovery green tea. I was back home in bed by 9 o'clock, so it was my perfect stag night. There we are.